See, yes, it starts. Hello, Boolean folks. Welcome and welcome back. I'm Pxy-STREAM, and well, this is a different live stream. So it's not the forge that I do during the week, especially every day. Progress on the project. This is an experiment that I want to do with Mouth Rig, sort of, let's say, 2.5D rig. There exists some tutorials already, some content on the internet, like on YouTube, for example, how, at least in Blender, I don't know how this Boolean stuff, Boolean modifier, how that applies to other softwares. I have no idea about how that can be reproduced in game engines. But we have some few tutorials here that I've watched already. Maybe this one I haven't finished to watch, but yes. So I've made some tests on the past, and I have an idea of what could be. These are very cool ideas. This is more modern. Well, not so modern 3 years ago, but this one is very. Maybe you have watched it. It's I think it used some sort of grease pencil. So there are very interesting ideas. So all those things inspired me. This one is more like, yeah. So all of what they have in common is that they all use Boolean modifier in Blender and for the mouth shape. So we're gonna get them get those things into play. And on this character, so currently this is a test that I'm already on Blender 4.2 LTS, so this is 4.2.0. Since I'm going to do this from scratch on this, I'll have to the Boolean thing, so I think I'm going to destroy this mesh. This is fine because this is another version, another car, so I can destroy all that. That's fine. So let's see what I can destroy here. Yes, these, maybe these two. All right. And here I'll have to connect this mesh, yeah. Yeah, so I have to, how do you say, it's bridge edge loops here. Well, there's another way also. There we go. So I'm not sure this is the... Yeah, so what I can do, the character design here is not really relevant. The problem is that I'm having some problem in EV with the shading, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's my computer, my graphic card, maybe there's some glitch bug in the universe. So look what happens. This is very strange. I don't think this is normal. And anyways, it doesn't matter, because I'm not here for render. And what I can do, yes, let's do something like that instead. So I'm going to merge these things, merge at center. That will simplify everything. So first fixing this mesh stuff. This method of Boolean, yeah, I have a trigon here. What do I do with that? Oh, maybe I just dissolve this first. Yeah, good. So maybe that can work. And then push this aside. Let's smooth out some vertices here. That's fine. So the shapes here, really, I think it's not very... What's happening there with this mesh? Oh, I got it. Yeah, so basically yeah, no, there's some crazy topology there that makes no sense now that I have less. Yeah, because actually this should be something like that. Yeah, something like that. There should be one in the center. So let's do that, and maybe creating this Boolean thing. So my idea, what I want to do different from those tutorials, what I have in mind, maybe I would like, maybe there's a possibility beyond my technical capabilities right now that would use how they call it, geometry nodes, but I don't have experience with geometry nodes, unfortunately, so I'm not sure that would be for now. I don't even know how much work that would take if I were to even try with geometry nodes something. But the whole idea is about, it's a procedural thing, partial procedural thing, in which I would be able to, yeah, I'll create the whole of the mouth just as those tutorials propose. Well, this one propose lips, but these lips are very stylized. They are very simplified shapes. It will be ugly in the character design that I want, but my idea is to regenerate the volume of the lips, the corners, in another way, or from the same, from additional mesh object that would be working on the Boolean thing, but not in the difference, like, you know, how that works, right? We start to stack stuff, right? Or have different objects having different uses of the settings for the Boolean. So we'll start with because I don't use this technique too much, I'm not sure exactly how to start. I'm going to try intuitively. So let's, and if I not succeed here, I just will look at the one or two of the tutorials to know what must be done. So currently the basis is very simple. I want a mesh object that will be, yeah, it will be a hole. I want this mesh object to be shapeable with bones. Yeah, could be shape keys, but I prefer bones. And so right now this is not very good. The orientation here, we have some freedom, that's fine. I think I'll leave it like that. Then for this G, let's use, I'm not even sure that would work. Normal, SZ, no, it's all okay. Let's just extrude this up, dissolve that, then pick this face, extrude down, dissolve that. Why can't I just scale this on the normal? Yeah, it's struggle, something, I don't know how to do this. Yeah, anyways, so in order for this shape to be, in order for this object to be shapeable in a cartoony way, so here starts the problem. I need some sort of mesh that is doesn't need, that is like the mouth that I have originally there. So it's something that I can shape. I don't want to do it like a drawing, like a grease pencil, because I want it to be, although it could, I think there would be a possibility with that. So I'm going to start with some subdivisions here, and then perhaps yeah, and then on the top. So I'm not sure how many subdivisions, and then maybe if I got this block as a, yeah, let's bring it either further inside because it doesn't need, I can probably tilt it a little more, and no, this is fine. I want now, perhaps let's give it a subdivision. Yeah, that will be like a procedural thing. Maybe this will help in the, oh, actually, let's, no, not a mirror modifier for that. Well, just for the edition, maybe, then, but then eventually I'll have to apply, so this is not that good. The problem is that now I lose a lot of time shaping this thing, so let's, yeah, let's make definitively the mirror modifier here, generate mirror, then let's bring this to the top, and here this will be, yeah, clipping. Let's make sure that is clipped. Yes, alright, then let's also duplicate this stuff. Then this is a backup mirror just in case. Backup like that, it's easier to write. So undisable. So anytime I apply this, that will be fine. Then this one. So the idea of having regular mouth shapes, the lips here, is not super important for a single reason here, and is that this is not the universal sonic mouth rig. This will still deform with the, how do you call it, the armature deform, yes, but it won't be that relevant, that critical, because this mesh does not interact directly with that one. It's through modifiers, so it's not like this requires any real attention, provide this deforms well enough. Of course the geometry can still help, so I'm gonna see if I can just do this just very, yeah, so here it's annoying to manipulate this these shapes here. I think it's already disrupted. No, it's fine. So again, I'm having problem with these orientations. Let's see, because this object is tilted. This should be the local. Let's see, it doesn't. Oh, all right. So let's apply this. Apply all transforms. Now Z, no. Yeah, so I don't seem to be able to get the, so let's try normal. Oh, okay, fine, like normal works. Should I do this with all this? Yes. Okay, then this already stops. Yeah, so this one starts to become a problem because it has a different orientation to this. It doesn't respect just one axis. Yeah, it gets tilted, so that's very annoying. So I don't know how to solve this, so I'll have to, when things are not aligned with world space, it's just very painful. I just don't know how to, should be logical to these features, but it's just not very intuitive in my opinion. So I will disrupt this mesh a little, that's fine. This is just for some tests. So here is anything maybe need another subdivision here. Actually proportional editing, right? So that should be, where is there, it's too big. Yeah, I might be wondering what I'm trying to do. I don't even know myself, but I'll find the something that will look good for the beginning. Okay, so basically this is just some mimicking of some mouth. At least that's what it should be. And there's some strange stuff there. Yeah, this is not very nice. I don't know what's the best way to do this thing right now, but this should work already. Let's shape this in also. Of course. So I shouldn't be working on a structure like that. I should start with just one set of face here, plane, right? Just one plane here, and then extrude once I have some shape, right? So now I'm just making things. I'm adding this extra dimension, the depth, and this is just not very nice, right? It just makes things more complicated than it need to be. I need to treat this like a drawing, like, see, so I'm drawing it with volumes. This is ridiculous as a starting condition, right? So also I can of course scale this down, scale on the, I don't know, x-axis, yes. Alright, so the problem of scaling down too much is that at some point, if I need, okay, let's go back to the my shortcuts. I'll have to redefine those things. This is alright. So since I don't have it, so alright, so let's try the boolean with that. Of course, this I want to add. Okay. I in order to do what all the stuff that I want to try out, I will have to make this taller. Yeah, so it will be an open mouth to start with, so that it will be simpler to create the teeth, and also there will be more space to work with. So let's start with that. Right, so I think the boolean modifier is created here, so you put it after the, actually maybe after the subdivision. Then I target the object here. This object, maybe I change its visibility to, this will be annoying because not visibility, viewport display, to solid node, to texture node, to wire. Okay, maybe that for now. So what happens there is that the boolean, it's faster exam, solver options. Okay, we'll call this mouth. Actually, we'll call that Boolean mouth. okay, it's there, and okay, then we have, isn't there something like difference? Self-intersect. Maybe I need shading here. Oh, self-intersect. Okay, so this creates... that's interesting. It creates... maybe that will gonna be useful. Like, it creates its own mouth interior, so maybe this can be cool. But those faces, of course, they are the opposite of the normals, right? The back faces, right? So what if I give to this object a this is crazy. I think there's a lot of possibilities to explore, but okay, what if I give this thing a solidify modifier? Okay, let's first let's have this object to be yeah, let's hide these, let's hide this. No, okay, where is my object? It was in object. Okay, move that to yeah, armature, whatever. Let's hide this. Let's go back to body and unhide. Okay, so for some reason it is not working. Wait, why suddenly those things appeared? Union, intersect. And difference. Okay, where is the hole now? Fast, exact. Oh, of course, this is this is happening because I added this modifier. This is probably yeah, okay, this solidify is creating some crazy stuff. So I need to, yeah, let's turn off this interaction and let's see what, yeah, let's turn this off for now. Then let's see how that works. Okay, so this is completely wrong. First, what's happening to this solidifying thing? Oh, okay. I see. This is certainly not doing what I would expect. So thickness. Usually when we add, what's going on? Maybe this is completely bugged in this version. It's growing outside for some... Is that related to the mirror? No. Thickness, we have inverse thickness. This resets to negative. Okay, I have no idea what this is. This is not natural for me. Maybe it's something about Blender 4.2, unfortunately, because this is just a regular solidify modifier. It shouldn't be doing all this madness, right, folks? Anyway, so let's ignore the solidified thing. I should have attempted this on the previous Blender at least. I would be sure it's not something about this thing. Okay, so here let's go back and let's re-enable that. So as we have self intersection, what we see is that, okay, and I realize there's a lot of lagging here. And this procedural thing shouldn't be causing all this damage. So I think this is probably, yeah, I have been looking at the lag that occurs. Okay, so as you see, let's ignore I cannot ignore the lag unfortunately, but what we see is that we can have a sort of universal sonic mouth rig proposal, that is, we can have the mouth anywhere, but we at the cost of, yeah, so we don't have geometry generated there. I don't understand why, though, there is this sort of thickness here, because this mesh is not thick. Yeah, it doesn't have, but there are some glitches that can occur. So one of the proposals that I don't know if it's feasible is to generate this mesh according to the condition of the Boolean modifier. So if that mesh can be regenerated in real time, that means I can have some sort of flips. That means that I can use this generation, hypothetically regenerated mesh to form some sort of flip structure that would not depend on what's happening here, which is probably crazy. Yeah. So, but maybe there's already something that which can provide this, that is here, that might be here. I don't know, so I'll have to be, yeah, but this lag, it's impossible to work like that. So I think I'm just going to close this Blender. Let's open the new version here, the old version, sorry. And it is here. Okay, so I think I haven't saved. Yeah, unfortunately, so I have to redo that. We'll try to make it faster. Oh, I see. There were some faces inside that I didn't delete. This one, so maybe these were causing some crazy interaction. So let's just, at least here I don't have the problem with the shading. So let's get this mesh selected. No, I can't, so let's just delete. No, let's not delete this right now. I just want to yeah, so how to solve this? I'm going to pick this delete these vertices. Then for whichever that is inside, like here, I'm gonna just delete that. Okay, so there's still some mesh remaining for this mouth interior. That's fine because it's disconnected from this. Now I can reconnect this, and so let's just, yeah, so this and then this. Okay, so this is very regular mesh. Then let's smooth this out, then smooth this, no, not smooth, but actually push this up. Let's make some reorganization of that mesh. These will go up a little, this to the side, and this will go down. There we go. And then I can smooth all this part. Alright, that looking good enough. So let's go back here. Let's, yes, overwrite. Then let's return to the Boolean thing. Let's pick some position here, add a mesh, then a cube. What's happened to this cube? Okay, a gigantic cube. I'll start by adding the generate subdivision. Now first a mirror, then clipping, but I need to do that. Faces, okay, that's the generated one. Fine, then make sure that it's clipping, yes, then duplicate, back up, then subdivision, surface, alright. Then in this time I will let this cube to be, yeah, disalign like that, whatever, and start working on the proportional posing. Let's rotate from here. The object will stay, yeah, I ignore what's this tilting, doesn't really matter. We'll see that later, and for some reason probably how it was left before, the proportional editing thing. So here, yes, it can be just, there's no need to have apparently these subdivisions here, I think not, so just this. So I can just get those things, and maybe another here, yes, so push this to the front, and Alright, so let's try that. It doesn't need to be a good expression to start with. So also let's push that like this. Alright, let's try this this thing. Okay, then this wire thing, right? So viewport display wire, and when edit mode I see that. Okay, and when I get, I always have to configure everything back. So this time I won't be fooled by this thing, so I'm going to make sure I delete enough of it so it won't interact in any way. Yes, so if I need, then I reconnect this. That's fine. I think I deleted some faces there. Okay, now let's add here the generate boolean, then target the cube, which is called the boolean mouth. Yeah, I could add a shape key just to play with this stuff, right? So just some bases and I don't know, some. I don't intend to be using shape key for that, but this is not a terrible idea. The problem is that it's not so versatile. But that could be cool. Okay, just for testing, we're going, because creating bones and wave painting at this point will be just annoying. So let's. I'll do that later, but for now, let's just start with something pretty simple, so we can at least test some variations. So here I get this. What about that? Yes. So the cool thing of that is that, of course, we can do this kind of crazy stuff. The mouth follows like crazy anywhere we want, right? So we set Alt G, now it goes back there, right? So the idea would be to be able to reset this in the mesh reset, mesh to reset. This should be parented right to a bone. I shouldn't be moving this with the mouth itself, right? So let's reset this stuff, right? Alright, but we're having problems because this is the normals, right? So inverted normals, of course. I think that's the case. Let's check. No, I was wrong. Huh. Okay, so positive point, but which kind of mesh is that still? Weirdly, it creates, it seemed to generate some. Can we see what kind of mesh is that? On edit mode. No, it doesn't allow us to touch it. some sort of fake mesh which shows up there apparently. So that it cannot be manipulated. But it looks very, no, not very regular mesh. It's not very clear what it is. If I hide, yeah, here you see. It's a bit chaotic. Doesn't. Yeah, so if there was a way to employ this stuff with geometry nodes, then can build something on top of it, of the whole, right? But there could be there might be other ways. So where I stopped last time was with the, hold on, let's get the chat here. Sorry folks, just in case. There we go. Let's go back here. So there is this subdivision. There is the optimal display here. That's the difference. No, after the subdivision. And for the object here, we want also optimal display. No, turn on. Alright. Maybe we'll even do more. No need. That's just fine. Alright, so if I use the shape key, then we obtain that. And of course, if I navigate with that, we obtain adaptations, right? Although it's not easy to control without some sort of bone. So I'm gonna bring this to, yes, let's create a bone here in the armature. Maybe here. Yeah, should create some okay, let's use it here anyways. For now this is empty. No, it's empty, it's not where I need, so let's get here, select the armature, add here, added a bone. This is edit mode for the armature object. Let's place this bone here, maybe in the center. Then maybe I will get it a shrink wrap modifier. We'll call this bone master Boolean Mouth. We're going to, okay, it's not, yeah, it's a deformed bone for now, yes. Then I get pose mode. Okay, it should be parented to the head, but that'll take time. We'll ignore that for now. Now let's do it now. Ah, the wrong parenting. Now, yes, this is fine. The shrink wrap needs to be shrink wrap to here, then on surface, yes, then align to normal, yes, on Y here, and then I get this pose, apply, selected as rest pose. Alright, so this means that now it's doing that. Oh, it gets interference with the, that can create problem. Okay, so wrong target. Since I have a ghost mesh, I'm going to muzzle, and there is no muzzle. I deleted that. Ah, yeah, there is no muzzle. This is bad. I could recreate it. What's happening there? This is not good. Yeah, some unexpected behavior. No, it's snapping to the Boolean thing. Alright. So unfortunately I have lost that thing, so let's just remake that in a very simple way. So Shift D, no, let's exclude this one. I think it won't be necessary, so just here, yeah, just this should be enough. So Shift D, P, select, separate this stuff, and let's turn this into call that ghost muzzle. Move that to mesh melt. Let's also change this object to unselectable, and wire. Alright, then change target here. Alright, now this bone should be should not be affected by okay, so it seems to be glitching in some way. Oh yes, yes, of course, because I duplicated the mesh. This contains the boolean, we don't want that, and we can augment this subdivision, and we can't keep the mirror. Okay, that was it. The boolean, now it's clean. So now I can wave paint this stuff. Control X, there we go, to no, wait, it's the opposite. No, it's, I'm confused because of these colors are, yeah, so I want the bone, come on, what? Ah, this has no armature modifier. Alright, so so this Control P, set to armature deform with just armature deform. So I think there's no vertex groups here, right? No. So just gonna Control X, there we go. So now I can pose the mouth, yes, so here what is going there about, yeah, because it's visible. Starts to get very weird on okay, of course I don't have any extra controllers for changing the shifts. It's going some erratically, but we can conceive that this sort of works. The shape of the mouth gets a bit distorted on some as it reaches certain parts of the muzzle, especially on the top, for some reason that is unclear to me. Not that the mouth would require to and the shading gets a little crazy too. Okay, so let's go back to this boolean mouth. Let's bring it there. Alright, so you see these are, but I don't know why it has this color. This might be the lack of color actually. It's the color of the boolean, which doesn't have anything, right? So let's go back to the boolean object. No, not this, but this. let's check for its material. Okay, there's no material. Let's add something like skin, or maybe I need to apply a sign. Not sure this is doing anything. Maybe this requires to be textured and hidden. I didn't see anything to this. This we're gonna ignore. So here okay, so it gets the, let's leave with this color. This will be a good distinction. And the fact that this is a wire doesn't interfere with, okay. So instead of creating the bones for more deforms, right now I want to see whichever I can do for trying to generate the lips. So I need to think a little what did I have, why did I have in mind, what did I have in mind. I think I've noted somewhere, but now I just don't remember perfectly. So I wanted to add the teeth as some sort of object that would be like a copy of that, right? Yeah, let's reset that. So I'm gonna duplicate this. It might make no sense right now, maybe, but you might get the idea when I so should teeth be affected by Boolean? No, these are, oh, actually there's something wrong here. No, the armature, yes, this is wrong. Okay, so call this Boolean teeth. It has the same stuff there, except that I want it to be, yeah, this will be hard to develop from here, so let's just push this. Let's just keep those. No, I need all the objects. Yeah, this is be annoying to develop from this mesh. So, but I wanted it some mesh that would would be following this stuff but will grow from that, so it doesn't make much sense. But yeah, the geometry here is duplicating the geometry isn't gonna help much here. Okay, don't I have a material for... Yeah, I have. There you go. So this is not being affected by the Boolean directly. So, however, it follows, right, the mouth. So it's not being generated; it's already there. So I just need to make sure that it follows that it contains the actually some of its organization here, it's not good. The geometry is completely messed up for what should be teeth. So let's try to just reorganize. Yeah, and then the something, of course this is very rough, I'm just seeing if that makes sense. So we see that, okay, so this is glued to that, so this is a problem. if I had this, okay, I'm trying to remember what I did there. If I had a mesh that shrink wrapped on that, what was the modifier? Oh, it was another Boolean, yes. Oh, this can go crazy. So if we get a Boolean that unifies with that, but it has the same hole there, we can have a sort of a lip shape that protrudes from this corner. So I've already did that idea, and of course it will also be controlled by this. So I don't know, there is a tutorial about that, I think, or I just experimented with Boolean and found that this sort of worked. And this mesh is that generated mesh actually seems to have a good connection with that one. So I'm gonna create a new object from here. Now I can duplicate this once again. I'll call it Boolean lips. I'm gonna delete, no, nothing, maybe just the, no, yeah, nothing. But I'm gonna change its shape. So scale up, move a little here, then yeah, let's use proportional editing. And for this one, I don't really want this inner part. It will be a bit hard to find how to get rid of this properly. There we go. We don't have the proper the topology is quite messy for what we need, so it's not helping. This, we don't want this color here, although these are lips. We want this to have I don't know, let's sign whatever. Let's make some tests. Okay, this is all not good because of the some weird texture, so yeah, then we could use this just for or actually what is this one? Material melt inside, right? Okay, let's use the same. Alright. And for this one, let's just make sure this is correct. No, this is not correct. Push it there. No, this is the middle, that's fine. Okay, so this seems to be working. Yeah, so naturally this will be difficult to organize right now, because what I really need is how to express the need here. This thing should be on top, right, of this. But it still should be bypassed, crossed by the Boolean mouth. Yeah, let's just play a little here. Maybe this will give a better sense of then the topology is very bad. I don't need these face loops here. So I just need to maybe delete this face and connect. There we go. And maybe we need some the X-ray is really bad actually, because it's not helping. I need to get rid of a lot of things which are interfering. Here maybe we do some subdivision here. And here, yeah. Yeah, we can start with bold lips. Maybe that will be better. And then, okay, so how that will work. if we get this object, okay, this is confusing right now. Okay, but they are all following this. All right, so I get these two. I want the lips to have a boolean with that. So again, we get another boolean, but in this case, target boolean lips, and we want, let's put it first, it will join, and we want, oh, here we go, this I was, okay, union, yeah, I think it's union, and here I'm not sure, what should be the, yeah, and let's just do some stuff here, like take off all these subdivisions, and let's hide this one and just see what this is doing. Let's get this thing, and I don't know, the mesh is not working for some reason. The strategy that something is failing regarding that union. Oh, it's a shrink wrap. Okay, there's a combination there, I think. Wait, was there a boolean then? Or was the boolean on? Okay, let's delete that. I remember now, I have the setup, I should have checked that before. So here, let's add this subdivision, and let's make a vertex group here, which is mod shrink wrap lips. So I get this at 100, and this one at, I don't know, a lesser value, and that's it. So there's a gradient there, and so we get here shrink wrap, no, it's this object, shrink wrap to there, alright, on surface, yes, exactly that, and the vertex group, this one. So of course this is not, let's also increase this for now, although it doesn't really help. And let's make this outside so we can play with that. Alright, so what does it does is that we have, but it's not merging very well, and this is where, if I'm not wrong, so the question is, should it be placed here or here? I think it was on the main object, so generate Boolean, then let's turn this off, just use this one, union, and here really I don't know about this yeah, so here I think it was fast. Now I don't have, I don't know how to manipulate this stuff. I'll have to check. We could see through the shading if there's something if it's good enough or not. Apparently right now it's not. If we put the so this can be, but it was a simpler thing as I in the beginning as I did. So where's the shrink wrap? Alright, and this one, so exact. So currently this is not really forming the, something is, okay, let's try to do the Boolean here, but I think it's not the case. There might be other ways to generate that mesh connection. Oh, that's horrible. yeah, really. Hard to understand what's happening. This can't be good. And it lags a lot, so not sure here. So this seems the closest, and it's very bad, but it seems the closest to that original tests which I had done, but we see that there is this strong edge there, so this is not making, but okay, let's go and test now the whole stuff. I need to enable this. Let's get the now this stuff to be influenced by let's actually copy modifier. selected modifier Boolean. Which one? The first one, the one that creates the hole. And here also yeah, now this is extremely laggy. It's not exactly what I want, so the order of the modifiers is a bit, yeah, lots of things to go wrong, and I don't know why it is lagging so much in these interactions. Probably it's just the subdivision modifier, but without this it's very hard to well this is a mess, right? So things are moving together, and okay, so if I double hole, this is creating a hole for the this is the lips, right? Okay, so this mesh was never good enough. Okay, it gets the hole from, yeah, it's getting the hole from the thing, but it's not being okay, this is the teeth we don't need. Yeah, this is the hole. First it's union with the lips, and then it creates the hole, and then it subdivides, but this creates tons of problems. Okay, so this seems to be very extremely messy, and there probably is, yeah, this that's why the lag. So there's our dependency cycles. So the apparently this, if that would be to work like that, will be extremely complicated to get it right, or I have no idea how to solve this right now. But as it was just for the hole before so the teeth I think was fine. The problem is this lips thing, so I'm gonna save a new version here. So probably the problem is this object, so I'm gonna delete that, and it's too many interactions, and here it's about this doesn't exist anymore. So I think it was good until here, so let's save here and open it again. So at this point I was having something that is free from those things, and that shows potential, right? So yeah, even the teeth have got shape key, but that's not I need to find a way to ignoring the teeth, which I can oh, I see here this starts to rotate the teeth. Okay, so there are some issues there. Maybe I should do a different interaction regarding the arcade, otherwise the teeth will start to rotate in a very bad way. Right, so until there it was, till this point it seems feasible, but then I need to find, so that is why I thought about geometry nodes. But the attempt that I've made before for this, maybe I can find the file here, the lab session Boolean Mouth, let's see. Yeah, the date seems, no, this is this Universal Sonic Mouth Rig, so Deep's geometry, what is that? No. Okay, according to the date, September. Yeah, no, I can't find. No, I can't find. I'll have. Sorry, folks. So I have to check that later. So if I have this inner part there, the problem is that I don't have a mesh here that can I don't have a mesh that cannot control anything there apparently. I'm thinking if I had a duplicate of that mesh, of course that wouldn't do enough. So I've got to regenerate something. Something that is not invisible, but then it needs to interact with the face here. So yes, I need to refine that thing that I've made. But if we were to make a very simple rig, if it weren't for the, because the problem here, even if I can have all the shapes for the mouth, and even having some control over the arcades there that can be very refined, then I always end up with this problem of the lips, where I don't have lip shapes and there is no way to form these lips. Yeah, I'll have to study geometry node on top of modified geometry like Boolean in this case. If that holds a possible solution, then that could be a reason to for me to learn geometry nodes, a little of it, to be able to do something like that, because this seems to be extremely valuable. So instead of rigging this in a traditional way or conventional ways with the armature deform, we do all this procedurally through something that allows which is way more versatile, or don't have all the problems of armature deform, right folks? So for now I'll have to leave it as it is, but we see these functions. Let me just check if I'm missing anything from those. So here we have some lips. It's a very old version of Blender. You might have known about this tutorial. So what the person here uses for the lips? Okay, there's some bones, but what about modifiers? Lattice, no, this is for the, okay, bone, other lattice, rotate, no, then finish it parent, okay, where's about the lips? Yeah, so it's just for the end Boolean intersection. This now gets us skin. Interesting. Okay, there's a no solidify. Something about the mouth interior, inner. There's a trick with a solidify modifier in which it seems to be possible to, but he has already, or she, there's already a geometry for the lips since the beginning. So this is interesting because such geometry I can probably develop it with a lot of subdivisions and then maybe bendy bones. Then I'll have to have that mesh follow this thing. So basically that means that I need to have, because the Boolean here doesn't respect vertex groups, yeah, there don't seem to be any, it applies to all to the entire object, right folks? So there's unless there's another modifier that does something like that, or maybe geometry nodes can recreate a more sophisticated Boolean modifier, then I need two objects, like one for the ellipse that has the same shape here, the starting shape, but then, and this starting shape is not very good to work, it's too irregular. This was just the first step. So I could try this and then have that lip, those lips, because they deform in sync. The problem is matching those things, right? Could be some seeming, but then from this tutorial, yeah, because the shape, I don't understand clearly what is this part inside. It's some sort of bag that serves as the mouth interior, right? So, and I think there are two objects. Yeah, those are probably two objects. My shape, of course, will be way more complicated than that, so this is why this lattice thing, I think it's better. Yeah, could work with lattice, but I think it can also work with armature deform. Maybe lattice is better, I don't know. Yeah, so you see, yeah, I don't like this tutorial in the sense that there's no didactically it's not very, it's too fast, it's an old thing, but yeah, it shows, it tries its best, but I don't like this kind of tutorial usually. But we can rest the most things. So that's why I never understood very well this part there, this interaction between these this stuff. And here we have probably another, this is simpler, this has some explanations on text which are more accurate, I think. But so you have this extrusion there, but this is just a mouth hole, right? It's not, there's no lips here, if I'm not wrong. Oh, there is this idea that, okay, there is the creation of some edge split modifier and boom, it's which is edge split modifier have. What is edge split? Yeah, then there are shape keys, okay. Yeah, all this is shape keys. I don't see the version here. Okay, is this edge split? Never used that, so would that be some sort of alternative to Boolean for this kind of, or it's an old name of a modifier? Edge split, add procedure, yeah, it exists to the active. No, but it's not like that. No, I think it has nothing to do with that. Where, what is, was it? So this tutorial I haven't watched entirely, so yeah. So here we have some, we don't see what the name of the thing. This is a lattice. Okay, this is added to the face then. Boolean, and select. Okay, so there's lattice and Boolean, so nothing special there. Unless there's some difference, overlap. Yeah, they're not the same settings there apparently. So here we have more options apparently. So this is not for this. This will be for here. Yeah, let's turn that off then. Edge split. No, this is something about the, okay, yeah, I think this has nothing to do with the problems I'm facing here. Or, hold on, now I have the subdivision, let's see. Okay, so for the subdivision something happens that I have no idea what is. So then we got a lot of other problems that are happening because of this. So yeah, let's ignore that. The subdivision is going crazy. Alright, so yeah, another thing. So those two tutorials are cool, but it's not like they can solve all the, they are simple propositions. What I'm trying to do is a bit more complicated, and maybe there isn't a solution. The cool thing of this one is that, okay, so there's the volume of the teeth there, so that inspired me to try out some stuff. Let's see.
Is this going in our key modify enough for the glitch states that we want? So outliner the G and select pull with keep offset. Next thing we want to do is make
this tutorial was very carefully done, and it's quite long though, and it approaches many things. So this technique of the eyes is very crazy, very creative too.
we're then able to easily toggle.
But I'm interested here in more of course the techniques of the eye could be helpful for the what I'm trying to do, but I think here
of the
I need to
modifier
revise
whenever we
here.
want to go back
Of course, I'm not gonna watch everything. This is about other stuff. I need to
to the simple
see.
line. We proceeded much the same as when we did the eyes, using a Boolean shape in difference mode, but instead of using a simple cube, we added a little more resolution to it. Here's the shape that we use. You don't have to do anything fancy. The key is you just want enough resolution to be able to make different mouth shapes, but not too much resolution so that you start complicating the weighting process unnecessarily. Here we have a subdivision surface applied to it to make it a bit rounder. If you're using a subdivision surface and an outline on your model, it's very important that you place the Boolean modifier in between the two. If you place the Boolean first, then the subdiv will mess up the edges when smoothing the...
Okay, so here we got, so this is good information. That's why. That is a carefully done tutorial. Sorry about the others. They also did their efforts, but this is this kind of explanation, even though it takes some time, it's critical also.
mesh. But if you place it after the solidify outline, you won't get any outline where the mouth is. So in between is what you're looking for. Now, even if you do this, it's possible that you still get a few glitches. One of them being a strange looking...
Which object is that? The face. The face. Why the face getting a solidify? So this is... maybe it's because then I can do something about that. I'm not sure. But it was after the subdivision, right? So let's see that. So I have to be rewatching all those things, trying to reproduce each technique in the version that I use. And yeah, I was suffering with okay, now at least it makes sense for the subdivide offset, I don't know, 0. What is that? Yeah, let's go inwards. Yes, solidify inside. Yeah, I see something bad is happening elsewhere. Yes, but regarding the mouth interior, something different is happening. So we can have, strangely, what is that? Oh, that's the subdivision of the rest of the mesh, right? Of this stuff here. If I just delete this, then the thing stops appearing, I guess. So this was the inverse solidify modifier, right? So I can, yeah, if I have this on negative, then it's very simple to get lips. Of course, no, this is not lips, but lips walls, I call it. Yeah, so we can control lips walls with that. So solidify modifier after well, this order, and then if we put the Boolean, yeah, then it's go crazy. So this is very important. Let's go back here. Okay, so subdivision, Boolean, solidify.
shaded area around the mouth, mostly diffuse. So in between is what you're looking for. Now,
okay, in between. So no, not for me, not for this setup. So but it's lagging. Okay, and the problem here is that I cannot paint the mesh surrounding here, of course, with a different color. For example, if I do this mesh won't follow, right? It will be senseless to have like this, for example. Imagine it just won't follow, right? I cannot generate and because there is not a hole, the hole is procedural with the boolean, I cannot edit this mesh even with shape keys. What I can is from the hole itself, but this is a hole, it's not that means that will not protrude the mesh. It will not so this is the problem with this setup. So if I find the other, I will bring back the experiment that I was doing with the shrink wrap that seems to combine with this without any trouble. Well, it was not perfect, but it was perhaps feasible. And then I can create volume for the lips and maintain the whole. Yeah, that's it. Oh, hold on, I remember. I think I remember. It was... No, I don't really remember. I thought that perhaps I wave painted this mesh with a bone here that I would push forward. It will drag the mesh of here. I will have to have a lot of mesh density, and then this would... But no, because it followed this shape. It was not localized randomly. It really had a basis on what has been shaped here, so it's something different. I'll be looking back at that, but for now I've saved that, and then I'll continue making experiments here. So that's it, folks. That was not very productive, but at least we can see that if something can be done about the ellipse volume, then that is the big... That will be the game changer. This is what I'm looking for, actually. For the teeth, I know this tutorial shows that this probably works. You see the teeth here appear inside the mouth hole, so this shows that this is possible in some way. So that is fine. I already have a system that I've rigged with the Universal Sonic, on top of Universal Sonic Mouth Rig, when the arcades, they deform all together with the lips if we want, with the mouth. So that's very cartoony, more Pixar-like. Right? It's not shape correct. It's not shape keys, but it could be. Basically, you just wave paint the arcades themselves, the teeth, with the bones of the lips. No, sorry, this can be done. No, not that. Actually, they have their own deformed bones, the arcades, but these bones, they sometimes, depending on the controllers of the mouth rig, they control they may control the whole system, arcades and lips, or just the lips, or just the arcades. There's all three possibilities, and this allows to deform just as we see here. If I did some... Yeah, it will do exactly something like that. but with control bones that will shape the mouth. So that's it, folks. I'll see if tomorrow I come back here with the updates of my previous investigations, and then that's it. So maybe see you tomorrow, if not on the next week with other stuff. So see ya, folks. Take care. Happy blending.